This segment is brought to you by the Kansas Soybean Commission, the Soybean Checkoff, progress powered by Kansas farmers.
Welcome back to Farm Factor and the Kansas Soybean Update.
This is the Kansas Soybean Update. It's brought to you by the Kansas Soybean Commission, the Soybean Checkoff, progress powered by Kansas farmers. John Heisdorffer is joining us. He is a soybean producer from Keota, Iowa, and he also serves on the board of the US Soybean Export Council. John, it's interesting because of the fact that you have customers out there who really like US Soy, but it's also nice to have a brand that says US Soy as well.
We just started to, it hasn't been that long ago, probably close to a year ago, we started a trial with putting a soy seal on certain things in other countries. You know, it's up to them to do it. And, that's one way of everyone seeing that the promotion of soy through that seal, a quality product, and in a supermarket, where folks, where all the happenings really happen. The wives buy all the food.
Because the quality of the product is important there, and knowing that you can put that seal there, boy, it's got to feel good for the industry that they can get that type of reaction to the product too.
That's exactly right. And it's just like with anything else. If you see that seal of approval on there that says this is a product made with US soybeans, you're getting a really good product.
Having a seal like that, knowing you can do that, that has to be a good advantage, and it gives you some advantages out in that international market.
Well, USEC tries to get an advantage wherever they can, and we don't sell soybeans. We make a preference for U.S. soybeans. So this is one way in which you can look at as a preference with the seal, and sustainability is another thing that we stress quite a bit. So I think it all helps. Yes.
Do you see this program, like you said, just a year in its use? You see that program growing even more going into the future?
As long as we have countries asking to put that seal on things, it'll keep increasing, and we do see that it's growing slowly, but it takes time, like anything else, to develop. So
it's just a young program, though.
That's correct. It is. Yep, and I think it'll continue to grow.
All right, sounds good. John, I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
You bet. Thank you very much.
That is John Heisdorffer from Keota, Iowa. He also serves on the board of the US Soybean Export Council. On this edition of the Kansas Soybean Update, it's brought to you by the Kansas Soybean Commission, the Soybean Checkoff, progress powered by Kansas farmers. Learn more at kansassoybeans.org. For Kansas Soybeans, I'm Greg Akagi.
Hope you enjoyed this week's Kansas Soybean Update. Stay with us after the break for more with Dwayne Taves and Ken Wood with the Kansas Association of Wheat Growers.
All over the country, more and more communities are making the change to biodiesel made from US soybean oil. And the decision continues, improving the health and welfare for millions of Americans while adding billions to our national economy.
What does a brighter, more sustainable future look like in our cities and towns, and how do we get there? When New York needed an alternative fuel source to reduce carbon emissions, the city found what it needed in biodiesel made from US soybean oil.